The next letter we're going to cover is Tess. It's this letter. It makes a sound T. Take a look at the way it's written. It starts in the center. It goes slightly to the left and to the top, then slightly to the right and down. Then it goes across, then it makes a slide up, an oval, rather sharp, but still an oval, and then it ends in the center of the letter, Tess, and it makes a sound T. The next letter is Yud. It looks like English apostrophe, and it makes a sound E. When you have two of these Yuden, ein Yud, one Yud, zwei, two Yuden. Yuden is the plural of Yud. They make a sound A. If you have zwei Yuden with a Pasach, remember we covered Pasach before, Pasach Aleph A, Kometz Aleph O. Pasach zwei Yuden has a sound I. So it's also A, but with a diphthong, so it's I. Pasach makes an A sound, so I, not A, I. So this one A, zwei Juden, Pasach zwei Juden, I. The next two letters are Kough and Chof, and they're the same except Kough has a dot in the middle, and Chof doesn't. Kough with a dot in the middle makes a sound K, and Chof makes a sound Ch. Chof looks similar to English letter C that's turned the opposite way, except English letter C has the same width throughout the letter, and Chof has a fatter bottom and top parts, and they're kind of curled a little bit too. If you look very, very closely, they're a little bit curled at their edges. So that's Chof. There's a third letter in this family, Kough, Chof, and Langer Chof. Langer Chof is the final form. So in Hebrew and in English, in Yiddish, we have final forms of letters. These are the letters that occur at the end of the word, and they're written differently. They're pronounced the same, but they're written differently. So Chof may occur anywhere in the letter except at the end. At the end it looks like this, and it's called Langer Chof, meaning that it's longer. Langer is longer, Chof, and you can see that the line is about here. Right, so this Chof, it protrudes quite a bit down from the line. That's why it's called Langer. You can see that it protrudes down. So that's Chof. Now we have a Ch sound for Chof and a Ch sound for Ches. We have two letters that make the same sound, Ches and Chof. Right? There's a slight bit of difference in the sound. This one is more, you make it with the back of your throat, like Ch, Ch. And this one is more with your palate, Ch, Ch. But you'd struggle to hear any difference if you're not familiar with these sounds. So basically they make the same sound. And you have two letters, one is Ches and the other one is Chof, and they both make the same sound, as you can see in the transliteration here. KH is Ch. So that's something to remember. The next letter is Lamad, and it makes a sound L or L, depending on the word, depending on the dialect. You just have to memorize the way it's written. It has kind of a distinctive shape, like this. Lamad. The next letter is Mem, and it makes a sound M. With Mem, take a look at the way Mem is written and Tess is written. Tess is right here. So as you can see, Mem has a bottom part that is flat and Tess has a bottom part that is flat. Mem has a round right hand side, it's a rounded right part, and Tess has also a rounded part. Now let's talk about the differences. Tess starts right in the middle, in the center of the letter, and it goes up and to the left and then down and to the right slightly. And Mem doesn't start in the center of the letter. It starts at the top 1/3. It goes up just a little bit to the left and then down and to the right. As you can see, it's a little bit to the right. So Tess went down, Tess went down to the right and Mem went down and to the left. Right? So you can see this line points slightly to the right, this one points slightly to the left. The bottom part is the same. Now the rounded part, this one is kind of has more of a belly, more of a fat belly, and here it has more of a flat belly. So Tess is more flat, has more of a flat belly, and M has more of a big belly. And then the end of the letter, it goes right to where it started with M, but with Tess it goes into the center of the letter. So otherwise they look so they can look similar, but you have to distinguish differences. Otherwise you will not know which one is a T sound and which one is an M sound. So pay attention and just memorize the differences. This one is flatter and this one is fatter. This one goes to the center, Tess goes to the center of the letter, and this one goes to the left 1/3, I would say. Left 1/3. So that's Mem, that's Tess. Mem also has a final form. It's called a Schloss Mem. Schloss means a lock. It does look like a little bit like a padlock, maybe. It's more squarish, it's more boxy than this Mem, which so does this Schloss Mem look like Tess? Well, no, it doesn't, because here it's almost merged. This part is almost merged together, right? And here you have everything going back to the center of the letter, and here it's kind of very boxy and squarish looking. So final Mem occurs at the end of the word. That's the M, letter M, that is at the end of the word. If you're not familiar with Hebrew letters or Yiddish letters, it's one of the unique characteristics of the language is that they have final forms for letters that occur at the end of the word, and they will look different to the regular letter. So far we've come across two final forms, two letters with final forms. There's Kough that has a lange Kough, and there's Mem that has a Schloss Mem. This one is a long Kough, and this one Schloss is a padlock. And that's so we're up to letter Mem now.